All right, welcome back. We have a Win Your Claim Wednesday tip to help you win your claim and at least get it back to the top of the pile where somebody's going to watch it. Chris, he's here. He's the claims manager and he does such a good job. Chris, what are we talking about today? Thank you for being awesome and thank you for being here.
Well, I appreciate that. Thanks for the introduction. Hello, everyone. And yeah, we love these win your claims because not only do we get to reveal our success stories, but also give you some win your claim. And
Right.
so one of the things that I'm noticing because I'm the claims manager is that, I deal with adjusters all the time. And so, it's constantly like, okay, this is what kind of the new trends that are going on, but also some insureds that have claims that are open are dealing with the same thing. So how can you kind of stay
Right.
ahead when the insurer, meaning that the insurance company, is quote unquote too busy because there's a lot
Right.
of claims going on right now.
Yeah.
So,
What are some tips and tricks that our insureds can use to make sure they don't fall into the fray and get lost in the mix of other claims?
yeah, and that could very, very well happen. So, first and foremost, you got to make sure that, you obviously are documenting everything, but more importantly, when you're speaking to the adjuster, keep in mind a lot of these adjusters, they're getting phone calls, I don't know, probably 100 phone calls a day. People are emotional, people are
Yeah.
upset. So remember to obviously treat that adjuster kind of just with the same respect you would with anyone else. I mean, it seems, kind of, small or minute to say, but these little things can certainly help. Just asking, hey,
100%.
how are you truly doing today, Mr. Adjuster or Mrs.
Yeah.
Adjuster? You might
Ask
get a
them where
different
they're
response.
from, right? Like that's one of our things. We
Yeah.
ask them where they're from and talk about sports teams or whatever that might interest them. But that's a big deal is treating them with respect, but also like realizing they're a human being because everybody else treats them like a
Mhm.
number, which unfortunately that's kind of how they treat you sometimes, but you don't have to return that energy, right? Kindness overcomes a
Mhm.
lot in this industry because they're just getting beat up all the time. And the squeaky wheel does get the oil, but you
Yeah.
have to squeak properly.
Absolutely. So squeak, squeak away. And again, that's going to go a long ways versus you just calling in saying, where's my claim at? I got to get this
Right.
thing fixed by this weekend. So,
Yes. And
but
so I will say that after a certain point, say you've tried to be kind 3 or 4 times, you can then escalate the claim to a
Mhm.
supervisor or ask to get that claim reassigned, which is one of the documents in our library or vault
Mhm.
library that gives you access. This winyourclaim.com gives you access to everything that we have to be able to help you win your claim. And getting an adjuster reassigned is one of those things. But
Yep.
again, try, then escalate. It's not like escalate the first, well, you guys got to do this and that. Well, hey, man, I don't even know what's going on, right? So
Yeah.
give them the benefit of the doubt. Give them the opportunity to do the right thing and help you win your claim because they might have the authority to do everything you need. They're just busy. So we hear a lot that most adjusters have about 150 claims on their desk at any given time, and
Mhm.
then one goes away. They don't have 149. They still have 150 because there's another one that just comes in, right?
Yeah.
So be aware of that also. And yes, they probably need more people. Yes, you might get frustrated, but just know that they're doing the best they can. That's what we see most of the time.
Mhm. Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, and the other things I would add too, I mean, like you had mentioned too, there is a point to where the niceness or the gloves come off, and so
Yeah.
if for sure, like an adjuster says, "Hey, I will have you something by this date," if they don't have it to you by that date, that's where you got to hold them accountable, and you got to make
Right.
sure that you're documenting this. You got to make sure that you're also following up because a lot of times they want you to call them. And keep in mind that it is a recorded phone call, so always be careful what you
Yes.
say on there. But
Yes.
the most important thing you can ever do is send an email right after that phone call, just kind of recapping it. And especially if there's dates involved, put those in there saying, you said you're going to give me this. I tell report by this date. I look forward to it. So
Yes.
hold
Yes.
them
I
accountable.
love the phone call recap via email because
Hmm.
it does put those expectations in place. And then you can reference back to that email and say, hey, this is what we discussed. You're a couple days late. Where is that? So it's like the needle of being too hot, too cold, right in the middle is the best until you have to maybe hammer them a little bit because they're not doing their job. So we'll leave it to
Exactly.
you. But these are all good tips and tricks to help you win your claim. Stay at the top of the pile of claims to be able to make progress on it. Don't let it go more than about 7 to 10 business days without
Mhm.
communication from your insurance company. Or if you're in a state that has specific dates and deadlines that are requirements based on state statute, you'd want to know what those are because sometimes it's like you have 5 days. The insurance company has 5 days to respond to you. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Hey, it's day 6. It's day 10 now, right? That's an issue. So just be aware of that. I'm going to finish off with those quick tips and tricks. Hopefully that's helpful for you. Please do us a favor. We're trying to reach 1 million people and share these messages with them because we want to empower insureds and contractors and real estate brokers, property managers to be able to handle insurance claims when insurance companies aren't being fair for their property. So contact us, winyourclaim.com. Share this message with the world. Comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Bye, everyone.